What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And on today's episode, I'm gonna show you guys the car meet I went to earlier. So let's go back to that footage. Crazy color. Pretty crazy car meet. It was like 1,000 cars. Danny P brought his 2,000 horsepower Lamborghini Huracan. And then there was a lot of other like cars that were 1,000 horsepower. It was kind of cool because I think I was the only 22 BRZ there. There's actually more McLarens and Lamborghinis than there were these cars. And I only saw one GR86. So me and that other dude with the red GR86, I guess we were the only two people that had the cars. So it's kind of cool just seeing that exclusivity, that the numbers are so low compared to some of these other cars where they're like super high end. I didn't really record too much on the car meet just because it's so much footage that instead what I did, I just kind of recorded some cars that I liked, which is like really cool pinkish purple Lamborghini Huracan. And yeah, so hopefully you guys like that footage, and let's get into the actual video, which is finally installing Barris diffuser, which is the aggressive one. As you can see, it's seen some life. I had it on my 2017 BRZ for, I'll say maybe like 8 months or less, and I mocked it up already. It actually fits, but what I needed was some longer bolts. I'll show you guys exactly how to like put it on. And I also went to Home Depot so I could get something to actually like drill some holes. So you're gonna remove your wheel on the passenger and driver side. Make sure you put some jack stands, and don't do it how I'm doing because that's very dangerous. Literally could fall on you and break your leg. And the bolt we're going to be replacing is this one right there. It's going to be a 12 millimeter. I'm going to break it. Then I replaced it with the longer stud. So this is the OEM one, which is a lot shorter. And I went with this one. I honestly could have gone with one that was probably like this size, but I guess I calculated wrong. But honestly, it's fine. And then you're gonna get a few of these, and you're gonna be doing that on both sides. So I was able to get both bolts on both sides, one right there and the other one right there. So now we're gonna mock test the diffuser. I also put jack stand with the microfiber towel to hold that up, and that looks pretty good. As you can see right there is a bolt, and we just need to put nuts on each corner so it can hold it. And as you can see right here's like the OEM fin, and it looks like it barely clears it on both sides. And then we're gonna have to drill a hole right here and put a rib nut. Always feels good to get new tools. And the cool thing is this one came with 2 batteries, and it's like super light. And this is the kit that it comes with. I really don't need any of these add-ons, but it's just nice to have. The thing I'm more excited about is look at this. That's so cool, look. And then it shoots out. Oh wait. Do you remember like when you were kids and like you would use like those Batman toys that would shoot out? And the good thing is the sound's actually not that bad. Look. It's not too loud. But the only downfall is I do not see anywhere where you could adjust like the speed or anything. So this is pretty much just gonna be your like generic, just forward and back. But at least there's 3 lights, which is super helpful, and it's pretty bright if you ask me. So we used one of these molly bolts, and let me show you guys how it looks like from the inside. Luckily there is holes on these, unlike the previous generation, so you're actually able to stick a nut through it if you wanted to, but I got sausage fingers and my hand's not gonna fit. So instead I use a molly bolt, and that's how it looks like. That's how it's being grabbed on by Kind of funny how there's literally a cutout for the bolt. So it's almost like, you know, I'm not saying they kind of planned it, but it kind of shows you, you know, because these two holes, it's like, what is there really gonna be, you know? What are these two holes really for? You could say maybe for airflow, but in reality, right here are the little canards for the air to pass through. Not in there, there's no out. But I just wanted to show you guys how it's gonna grab onto, and it's really fastened on there. Step 2, insert a rib nut or insert one of these. So that's what it looks like so far. I do notice that it is going to be sticking out a little bit further than the previous generation, but that's because it's not really meant for this generation. But it still looks good. I really do need some bigger exhaust tips, to be honest. It just looks weird with these. And if you're very observant, yes, it's still being held by that jack stand, and that's just because I want to make sure the alignment's good and everything. So both bolts are tied in from the rear, which is the front, and then the sides. And now I just have to do the rears right here. And these are the two center ones right here. That comes with the kit. Goes right here and right over there on that side. I'm gonna show you guys how it kind of goes. So that's how it's gonna look like. Let me just kind of demonstrate how it goes through. So this is a top bolt with a spacer. You don't have to put the spacer if you don't want to. It goes through like this. And as always, make sure there's two different type of holes. Make sure it goes through the one that's just regular. It's gonna go through like that. This is a washer for it. This is a nut for it. And then this is a bottom bolt and nut. You're gonna use a 10mm, and then you're gonna use an Allen key to tighten it from the bottom. And I'll say just grab one of these. It makes it a lot easier. So you could grab the nut from the top and use the Allen key from the bottom and use both hands to tighten them. Don't forget you're going to be removing one of these on both sides. And that's pretty much all you're going to need. It's just those sockets, a little drill bit, and some Allen keys to install the diffuser. And as you can see, it's like on there. The only real way of testing it is obviously going for a drive. So I'm going to take you to one of my favorite spots to drive to. But before we do all that, I don't want my girlfriend getting mad at me, so we gotta clean this up. And these big YouTubers lie. With the snap of a finger, it doesn't just clean everything up. You gotta do it yourself. Really gotta wash the car. But that's how it looks like so far. Ooh. Yeah, this diffuser goes hard on this car. Oof. Especially from this angle right there. Sheesh. Gotta take some pictures of that. I need some mud guards, by the way. So that's how it looks like. Okay, let's see if it's still sturdy. Okay, it's on there. It's like really on there. Kind of throws it off right now that I know it looks a little bit weird is my exhaust tips. I have the MXP SP exhaust and it has way bigger tips. I believe it's like 6 inches, 7 inches. And one of them either got stolen or must have driving, which is super weird just for one to fall off. I don't think it should. But then it's also kind of weird for someone to just steal one, right? So whatever it was, most likely it fell off. And sorry if it's so windy. But yeah, it fell off. So I bought these on Amazon. It's like carbon fiber with the burnt tip. I like how they look. It's just they're really small. The question you guys are probably wondering is, should you guys spend the money? In my opinion, I don't think it's worth spending the money. I forgot how much these are. I think they're like $600-700 right now with taxes and probably shipping. I don't think it's worth it just because if you have a 2022, wait for Varus to come out with the 2022 model specific diffuser. This works. It lined up perfectly. Everything lines up. Everything's good. It actually works. But how I see it is they're obviously going to be doing like research and development for a different diffuser specifically for this car. So it might be a better version than this diffuser. You could say this is like version 1. Obviously version 2 is better. So that's all I'm going to say is I think it's, if you have it or if you could get a used or a good deal, then rock with it. If you can't, don't buy a new. It's not worth it. Just wait for the version 2 to come out specifically for this car, which that's what I might end up doing. I might get this version 2 if it looks more aggressive. The only reason I didn't really sell this is because my girlfriend bought it for me for my birthday, I believe, or my anniversary, one of those. I think it was my birthday, like a few years ago, and obviously it's sentimental, so I don't want to get rid of it.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind.